Let's see.
Perfect.
We have most of our group today. We got Alex and
I know Mal said he won't be joining us because he's not feeling
Mal.
too good.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
no.
That is precisely what he said. But we got Tanner and Ben and Alex and Tyler and Jess and Eddie. So we should be able to make it happen, Captain. No big deal on the crying baby. I mean, you're welcome to unmute yourselves. It doesn't bother us. Eddie's here all the time. It's essentially the same thing.
Oh. Dude.
Precisely.
That was pretty good.
Alrighty. They're here. Yeah, it is hard to say. Alright, so as everybody's getting in the server, I will give a quick recap. You guys were mid-fight with the five-headed creature of some type of draconic origin, not a hydra, not a dragon, maybe a drydra or a hagen, somewhere in the middle. But it is known as the Shakes in this local region, as it hunts the giant jag beetles that they farm/hunt for meat, and shells and resources abound. If you are interested, I didn't find out about the group official thoughts on me posting the notes the way I did. I can do that tomorrow and start doing that every time. I didn't do it last time because I wasn't sure if that was something that anybody thought would be worth their effort to look at. Don't mind doing it, but if, nobody thinks it's useful, then I probably won't. So, I'll give a short recap. Let me know towards the end. As an additional aside, I'll let you guys fully connect before I share the map. The party found themselves fighting the Shakes. The Shakes was flying 5 feet above the air and just outside of or nearly outside of the call lightning effect of Estrella. And Kashoot had not gone, so that's where we're going to start. I will mention that if you didn't, which I don't know what works best for you, I recommend setting a standard. If you contributed something to the notes last week, give yourself inspiration. If you didn't, don't. If you didn't, you're going to go one way or the other. That's perfectly fine. I'm not monitoring it, but the general idea is if everybody contributes, you guys have good notes, and then you guys can get a little reward for it too. So,
what notes did we have last week or last game?
let me take a look.
I don't know if I did or not because I don't remember.
I don't believe we did. To be fair, most of the last game was us basically trying to take care of a multi-headed menace. So.
Let's see.
Because they're not time stamped, so I don't know.
They're not, but as of, I will tell you. So it looks like Arthanis, Techno, Hazel, Estrella all contributed a note to the Fort Buckle. And Arthanis. Quite a bit of minor information was sent in the getting to the Red Gate. I'm sorry, through the Red Gate one. Um, so on the through the red gate one, I'm sorry, it looks like Kashoot, and Arthanis all contributed. So if your name was there, you can add something, or if you just want to give yourself inspiration because you're really going to try this week, I'm not going to monitor it, but that's between you. But where we will be starting in the combat, now that everybody has it, here is your map. For mapping sake, Kashoot, you will be going first. As a recap, the creature is wounded, but not critically so. The Nauka is wounded, but critically so. And the creature is flying 5 feet above the ground. So, if you want to discuss for a moment before we start, I am starting some music. And when Kashoot is ready, you can take your turn. But I will also need to know what it is you, as a party, want Nauka to do, unless someone wants to take over Nauka.
I think Nalco was just hiding, so they can just
Yeah.
continue to do so.
Yeah.
Going through the loot.
Hang on, don't move me there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, don't move me there yet either.
Okay.
Just don't move them. God.
Sorry. I'm trying.
He does have Fairy Fire on him. Everyone gets advantage on attacking him.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
wondering-
Thank you. I forgot about that.
Hell yeah, I know what I'm going to be doing my next round.
I'm not even gonna move then.
Guess you were right, Tanner.
I told you. Just don't even move them.
Will it automatically give me a V advantage, or should? Yeah, I see it. Grant
Yeah,
advantage.
it should, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Take the hit.
Aiming that pistol.
For that particular creature in particular. Okay, so then here. Who was the one that was critically injured in our group?
Alka.
Where is Nalka? In the cave, right?
In the cave.
Huh.
Correct.
Okay. Alright, well,
Oh.
that's a little far for me, so I will end my turn.
Like you do. Alright, what would you like me to have Nauka do unless somebody wants to take control?
I don't think they even really can hit the shakes, even if they ran out. So just they should be fine where they are.
Alright.
Are they able to like heal themselves?
I guess yeah, if they have a potion.
Let me take a look. I don't see. Yes, they have 1 potion of healing. They can use a full action to take the 10 hit points instead of rolling.
Might as well.
Then that is what they do. And I will remove it from their sheet.
Yeah, we have another potion in the party sheet, so we can always replace it if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. I don't know if you can type there, Estrella, if it's easier. But it is your turn.
Working on it, working on it.
No hurry.
No, hurry up. Fucking taking too long.
That's a solid produce flame.
And then she runs away.
As you know, one is wont to do, away from shaking.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and what I did last round. I'm gonna burn my next 2nd level slot. I'm gonna blow this
Fuck
motherfucker
yeah.
apart with some scorching rays.
Nice.
Do it to him. Oh yeah.
He gets 2 more rays directly to the face. Assuming they hit.
Kill him.
Fucking end him. Oh yeah.
As
Yes.
the creature is trying to
Yeah.
gain altitude, trying to get above the clear onslaught, it thought it would be safe out of melee range, and just arrows and flaming and pistols and scorching rays. It takes hit after hit before careening and hitting the ground right where it is hovering in a nice splatter there.
Hooray.
Hooray indeed.
Huzzah.
Alrighty. You guys managed to cut the creature down. Which is good because it was going to retreat. And with that, the tokens are unlocked. And I'll remove your call lightning there, Estrella, just for simplicity.
Thank you.
Techno, like some healing.
Oh, he would love some. Thank you.
He's gonna congratulate Techno on a job well done.
Yes, good job, team. Good job. Yeah, I totally, I was totally helping.
Yes. Everybody was helping.
Does
Indeed.
anyone happen to have an axe or something similar?
An axe? I don't believe so. No.
We got a dagger. Oh, thank you.
And Nalka needs healing, right?
It does appear that they could use a little. Just put them right here for targeting sake, whether it's fireball or healing word. It's up to you.
Oh, I was gonna do cure wounds. Or
Fireball.
Healing fireball.
It burns, but you're gonna feel good about it.
Oh, that's not much. I could do another healing word. Or probably not. I don't know.
It's fine. We're probably gonna head back to town.
Yeah.
We have a great
And
sword
rest.
in the party sheet. I'm gonna use the great sword to remove the heads from said beast.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Said beast is now headless.
How many heads did it have?
5.
Do we have a way to get these back to town as proof of our deed?
I mean, you could take them. You get a little bit of dragon, but between all of you, it wasn't. It wouldn't be too hard. You could take turns.
Okay.
I'm not
I
sure
say
about
we.
bags of holding either.
No, I don't have one. I don't think.
No, I don't think we have one.
And each of us could take 1 or 2.
Hold it up high like a Legend of Zelda item and just wraith around town with that thing.
In like an actual parade, like a Chinese dragon style parade.
Oh yeah.
Only with just heads,
yeah, with just
no
heads.
body.
Kashoot, perhaps when you finish, there's loot to be unlocked over here.
Oh. Well, let's have a look.
No rush, of course.
Where's it at? Oh, I see it. Jake's Horde. I should have searched it first. I'll search it now.
It actually wasn't intended to be locked. It was because the the extension was updated. That was my fault. But there are no traps. Inside the pile the creature has stashed in the back, there are a massive amount of chag shells, 21 to be specific. Some pearls wrapped in a cloak is a square glass pane.
Okay.
So I will let you guys. Do you want me to just stick all that on the party sheet for you?
That's fine.
Let you sort it out from there. Let me send you a picture of the square glass pane because that's the only thing with a picture to share. The pearls and whatnot. It's a bit
Pretty.
not to scale. It's about the size of maybe a somewhere halfway between a hardback book and a soft cover.
What's
Well,
the
it
name
sure
of
was
this?
a.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say it sure was a pain to get.
Ah,
What's the name of what?
Never mind.
Got it.
creating a new. Note.
Note it is. You can date it or name it however it pleases you.
Can anyone inspect this cloak and determine? It appears to be quite nice.
It is indeed. It is a cloak of fine material. It seems untouched by wear and tear.
Ooh.
Fine
I
material.
mean, I could maybe try.
We can.
Would it be like investigation or something?
We would need to have the ability to identify it.
Oh, well, unfortunately, I traded out my identify spell.
Still have it available.
No, rightly so, since we're coming into a fight, of course.
It's true. We could
Yeah.
identify it tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes. Well, shall we head back to town then with all this loot?
I think that's a good idea.
Have it identify available, actually.
Yay!
I can go ahead and cast that right now.
I suppose we could also try it on the pain as well. I don't know how often you can cast that spell.
Well, it's a divination ritual, so
And anything else that we haven't identified in this party sheet?
May not be a bad idea to take a short rest before we return, anyways.
Is that what you guys would like to do? Take a short rest?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. I will apply a short rest. In regards to identify, I heard you discussing it. What was the final decision there? And bear in mind, you can use your hit dice at the bottom of the front of your character sheet to regain hit points for free. And Techno, you were
Yep.
knocked down, so you do have a level of exhaustion, so might be worth your effort to use at least one of those hit dice.
alright.
Sorry, I didn't mean to post that.
So what did we say that wanted me to identify the cloak of fine material
Yep, and the pain.
and the pain? Alright, yep.
And
I'll
probably
go-
anything else in the party sheet that hasn't been identified. Or could use identified. We have a pile of stuff. Just put it in front of Techno.
Alright. Be a little bit longer than an hour for the rest, but you are looking to identify starting with the cloak, I believe. Alright. So you easily identify the cloak as a cloak of elven kind, granting advantage on stealth checks,
Nice.
or disadvantage on perception checks as well. He is not wrong. You do have quite a few things that are unidentified. Let's see. I assume you've already got the pearl.
Yeah.
You know you don't have to pay for it each time, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the next thing is the leafy green tendril is actually magical. And it is
Ooh.
a rejuvenation vine, which essentially it's a foot long, and when wrapped around your wrist, it provides increased healing properties You have to use it to pierce your flesh with the thorns, and it doubles the natural rate of healing.
Oh, wow.
What was it? Oh, I see.
Rejuvenation.
Plant.
But it's only a one-time
Azu-
use thing,
Yeah.
or is it? Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it says
It lasts up to 3 days.
Yeah.
But essentially, if you take a
Azu-
short rest and you use your hit dice, you can, whatever it is, it will be doubled.
Azu loves plants, so it's very interesting. But if Estrella wants it, she can have it. Since she's also likes nature things. And she's a druid.
All right. Next up on the list for your identification needs or desires is a raven figurine.
Right.
With identification, you identify it as a figurine of wondrous power in the shape of a raven, which essentially allows you to cast a animal messenger spell.
Ooh.
I'll let you take a look at that to your heart's content. Out of curiosity, from the player's perspective, how does it look? How do you differentiate non-identified things from identified things, or can you?
We cannot.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Perfectly fine. I just wasn't sure if you had that ability or not.
Nope.
Nope.
Touchette. 1 second. Well, son of a bitch. Just dropped my cell phone behind the couch.
Sorry, you don't need it.
Oopsie.
I didn't need it. I just didn't want it to bang down the back of the couch. Looks like I'm scrolling down. You have Lomric's spellbook, which was never identified. Do you guys have a wizard at all?
I don't
No.
believe closest one we've had would either be Mars as a sorcerer, or Hazel as a sorcerer, and Ardennis as a warlock, if I'm not entirely mistaken.
That is correct, but identification can allow you to sell it later. So you do identify it, and I have identified it there. That's Lomric's spellbook.
Nice. Not bad. Not bad.
Spells on here.
Yeah.
There's that fine scroll.
There's also a small notebook that is encoded. Not the reason I don't. That would require some downtime activity spent trying to decode it. You can't use magic. Well, not the identify spell for it. The fine scroll is a scroll of mage armor. Bear in mind that you need not be a mage to use a scroll.
Nice.
So that may be worth mentioning. You also have 3 potions. Potion of greater healing, elixir of health, and a potion of water breathing.
Nice.
Ooh. Fuck, we've been sitting on lots of good shit.
You guys
Yeah,
have
how did I forget about all this stuff?
I mean, some of it you got from Lomric. As for the vine, you don't need to use the vine the full 3 days at once. You can use it, but once you use it, that counts as one of the days. So basically, you can split it up into thirds.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Makes it a little bit more interesting
Yeah.
for me. But if anybody else wants it, go for it.
I mean, if you want it, then you can
Does it-
take it.
Does it require attunement, Tony?
No.
Oh, well then just leave it on the party sheet, and whenever you guys need it, you guys can just alternate using it.
Whoever needs the most healing.
Alright.
Well, that's
Yeah.
valid. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Or one of you can carry it, because, you know, if it's not in somebody's inventory, it, you know, we can't use it.
Yeah, it's more useful for a short rest, anyways. But yeah,
That's true.
I'll chuck it onto my inventory, and then that way, if we need it for anything, then I can pull it out.
Alright.
Alrighty, and last but not least, you cast the identify spell, and you manage to identify that pain as suspected, a pain from the Opus Eterna. It's a chunk of glass etched with the lines of circuit-like schematics radiating a conjuration aura, but this is a single pain from the Opus Eterna.
Oh.
Score.
I put requires decoding next to the small notebook. That way, you guys are able to. That's just an alchemist book you got from Lomric's laboratory. That's the word I wanted.
That's slightly bad news, I suppose.
Is anyone else an elf or elfkin?
I am.
Do you
I'm
want the
half elf.
cloak of elven kind?
No, I thought it'd be more useful for you for sure.
Anybody else?
No, go ahead.
I don't want to
Yeah.
just take it. So
I'm already attuned to like 3 things anyway, so
You're the sneaky one.
okay, I will take it then.
ew.
Alrighty, I'll let you guys sort the rest of it out. Take your time. I'm not in any hurry. Sorting the loot's half the fun.
Hey Tony, the
Hey,
cloak
Eddie.
of elven kind doesn't have a requires attunement button or checkbox, but it does require attunement.
I can take a look and correct that if need be. Let's see. Turi. Is anybody else interested in taking something off of?
I have a raven figurine in my inventory. I'm wondering if it's the same figurine of Wondrous Power that we have, or if
It
there's a
is.
second one. Okay, so then I'll swap it out then.
I don't think I need anything else.
Yeah.
No one minds, then I'll take the scroll of mage armor just to
Yep.
hold on to.
I can already cast that, so yeah, you're good.
There's 2 weapons that are +1. Does anyone need a +1 weapon?
I can't use. I can use the dagger, but I can't use the trident. But I figure somebody else would want the dagger. I'm not in melee, anyways.
I don't use metal weapons, so
Okie dokie then.
Dagger, I have it in. That's just a plain old dagger, just a plain old regular boring old dagger, yeah?
I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
Or
Probably.
I mean, what's it called on your sheet?
I just got 2 daggers. I think it's just a regular dagger. I don't think I.
Probably a
Uh,
dagger that you started with.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh,
So if you want the +1 dagger, go ahead.
I might as well take it if anyone ain't using it.
Hey, Tony, can you code the cloak?
I can and I shall.
Do it yourself, God.
I
God.
can't. I can't.
I don't know how. I need adult.
That too. I need an adultier adult.
That's a different problem. Alrighty. Thanks, you guys end up taking a little bit longer than a typical short rest because you guys have to sort out a considerable amount of loot that you guys didn't realize you had. But now you have it. Slight lag as I load something up, but once that lag is complete, you will be able to do whatever it is you wish to do. Are you guys wanting to take a long rest here? Are you wanting to head back?
I was just thinking we head back unless it's late in the day.
It is not too late in the day, especially not to head back.
So maybe it would make more sense to take a long rest in town.
Yep, probably. Probably get a better rest. Got some gold to collect, and then probably split all the gold in our cash too.
Hmm.
Yep.
So you travel back towards town as a group, dragging heads, as you know, heads are wont to be dragged. And once you get about halfway back, as the party is traveling, you, as a group, don't, but specifically Estrella, you notice there are. I'll take a look at the random green potion. You notice there seem to be some traveling, some creatures traveling or shadowing you. You're not exactly sure which or what they are.
Okay, I'm gonna in the party, I'm gonna just kind of drop towards the back and telepathically speak to Hazel and just say, there's a group of people following behind us. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but just keep your guard up, okay?
It
Oh,
doesn't seem to be, you can't necessarily identify it as people as much as creatures of some form, but they could be humanoid, but they might not be.
Scratch that. I can't confirm if they're humanoids.
um, okay. Thanks for letting me know. And yeah, he says that back telepathically as well.
So yeah, so I'll drop to the back of the order, if you will. Who's near the back with me?
uh,
Probably Nalka.
Okay, so I just turn to Nalka and just go, be on your guard. There are
Oh
things
no,
following.
Nalka's at the front apparently,
Oh, just kidding.
according to our formation.
oh,
And then every so often, I'm just gonna kind of look behind me, just like over my shoulder, like a quick glance, not trying to make it obvious, and just try and keep tabs on them if they're getting closer because they're going faster, if they're, dropping back when I look over, that kind of thing.
Can you tell kind of roughly how far they are?
Great
They're
question.
shadowing. They're shadowing you probably about a half mile, whatever the creature is. But the desert being flat is making it fairly difficult to get a correct distance, but also very easy for them to follow from that distance.
And also easy to spot, I guess.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna stop and turn around. Are they still walking towards us?
They're more shadowing you parallel, but it doesn't appear,
Here.
and they're flitting in and out of sight, so it's not a constant thing.
Okay. So then the next time I'd see them pop up in like my peripheral, I would just turn about to them and just see what happens.
So when you see them pop into your vision, they stay in vision for a short time before fading out into the distance.
Fading as if they're like getting too far away to see, or fading as if like they're going down into the ground.
Correct. It appears that they are fading as they move too far away to see.
Okay. So they're like zigzagging into our vision, which is weird. Again, next time they zigzag back into my vision, I'm just gonna wave at them and just see what happens.
Fair enough. As you guys near the town, they are no longer visible and stop coming into visibility. I will let the party know as I kind of peek through character sheet inventory sheets. There actually are a few people that have unidentified items on their sheet. I'm happy to identify them as the party sat and spent the, considerable time getting things identified. Is everybody
good.
okay with that? Just go through and identify?
Yeah. I don't think I have
I don't
anything, but
mind.
yep.
Okay. If things in your sheet get identified, they are identified. There are things on your sheet. I will mark them with recently identified so you can differentiate it, and then you can just delete that from the name if that makes you so happy. Or you can leave it on there. I'm not the police.
You know, I'm not entirely sure if this just showed up in my inventory or like just got revealed, but I have a short metal rod that's literally a key to a whole bunch of lock pads on the first level of the prison from the very beginning.
That is been there, and you don't need it, but I mean, if you want to keep it as a memento.
I've just never noticed it. Or I don't remember picking it up anyways.
Let's see. I think that should be all the ones I noticed. If something says recently identified on your sheet, you recently had something identified.
I had nothing. As suspected.
All right. And I will close down this map, and the party approaches Buckle, the town. And as you do, you are greeted, obviously, with the heads you're dragging behind you.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Precisely. So, as you guys drag the heads inside, you get a cheer from the people in the town, and they're assuming you have killed Shakes the Jack Killer. They are quite grateful, specifically Wooly, moves up and asks you, more to confirm than anything, if this is proof that you killed Shakes.
What else would it
Azuda's
be proof of?
He gives
Okay.
a slight nod.
Was a 5-headed.
He gives a nod before saying it. That makes sense. That would be what was hunting the Chag beetles. He says, "Was this the only one?"
The only one we came across.
Then we shall consider it dead. He says, "I and the town thank you greatly." He says, "I see you have brought numerous Chag shells back with you."
Yes, they were in the hoard of the Shakes beast. Another
Says-
clue that it was Shakes, along with the title it bore on its token.
He says, "We would be happy to buy them from you."
I see why not.
Sure. What's the going rate?
He says, "The rate fluctuates, but given the shortage, in all fairness, we are paying 100 gold per shell."
That's pretty considerable. Yeah.
Is that
What
something
about the heads?
the heads they can't really use? They're more for you.
The shells, what do you all use them for?
He says, "Believe it or not, that is something I wish to speak with you about. But first, did you find what it is you were looking for?"
Yes and no.
Part of it, I guess.
He gives a nod. He says, "May I see what it is that you were looking for?"
Yes. I guess Earthiness will show it to him.
He takes a look, kind of perplexed. He says, "I do recognize it from some of my earlier travels. I would recommend you travel west, specifically to a place called the monastery. It is known as St. Albert of the Soil. It is in the barony of Mirabek to the west. And you should be able to find more there, and if not find more, at least gain more information."
What's this guy's name again?
Wooly?
Wooly.
Yeah, Wooly.
And is Wooly? I'll pull Wooly aside. Uh, is that female were rat your wife or daughter or related to you somehow or no?
He says, "The female were-rat is my daughter. She is a bit boisterous with visitors, given that we do not get visitors."
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, as long as you're aware of it. Okay, good. Good talk.
Well, is the selling of the shells something you guys want to do? Because I can delete those and put the money on if you want.
I
say
mean, is
yeah.
there a reason? Is there any way that we could repurpose them or use them for anything?
Not really. Not you guys. I mean, they have an industry and people trained and skilled in turning them into armor.
Then
But
I would.
Would said armor perhaps be something where you can buy a percentage off us, and then the rest we have get commissioned to be created into armor for us.
They could do that, but you would have to return. They could also just buy the shells from you, and you could use the money to buy armor from them.
Do you have armor prepared at this time for sale?
They do, which is another thing he would like to discuss with you. He is curious if you would be willing to deliver a shipment of Chag armor that is overdue to the Baron of Maribek, Baron Yokob. The reason why is because they have been unable to send out their merchants with the sheikhs wiping and out beetles and patrolling. He says he's more than happy to send the caravan. He says they have temperamental desert beasts and drivers and wagons and no issues at all. He needs guards to ensure it gets delivered. He's more than happy to pay you 1,000 gold just to ensure the safe delivery.
And as you mentioned, the abbot of the soil would be on that way.
He doesn't know precisely where it's at. He knows it's in the barony of Maribek, but the barony of Maribek is considerably larger.
But Baron Yabak would likely know its location.
Yes, it
He
is
said
something that they know about.
Hey, Wooly? As we were coming back into town, I don't know if they were humanoids or creatures or beasts or something, but um, we had this group or one large creature following us along the side, zipping in and out of my line of sight. Do you know any idea what that could have been?
He listens to your description and almost immediately says that is likely the Sayadi, the desert folk. They travel the barony of dust, coming into town to trade some of their fresh kills. I believe you saw some of them blue-skinned
I was just about to
nomads.
ask if those were those blue skin dudes we tried getting with not too long ago.
Yeah, is that the ones? Those are the barbarians that you mentioned beforehand.
He nods. He says they're not very friendly, but they do a good job at hunting the area. We have a peace, though we've had some skirmishes in the past with them, but it is a tenuous peace, but long-standing.
Okay, interesting. I wonder if we could offer them the dragon heads. Hmm.
We can try.
Unless they worshipped it.
Oh, that would be bad news.
Did-
Well, I could find out first.
Yes. Do they often engage in conflict with your caravans?
He shakes his head. No, he says typically they hunt the beasts of the desert. The issues we run into when it comes to caravans are chag beetles, uh, some of the more violent tribes, such as the Knoll folk. Not anything that we haven't had any issues with the Sayati in quite a while.
And when does the caravan leave?
He says if you intend to accept the job, they will leave when you are ready.
I think we should accept the job.
Agreed. Anyone have an objection to it?
I wouldn't.
I object to everything we do. So no change.
Come on. And Hazel or Estrella will pat Hazel on the shoulder.
I'm starting to get used to it, but it's still taxing.
You're getting better.
Thank
So
you,
much
Kazoo.
better.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Then I dare say we are taking the job. Then yes.
Sounds like it.
I believe we'd like to at least spend the night though, and then I suppose we could leave in the morning, unless anyone has any business.
No, I can't think of
Yeah,
anything.
We should sell some of the stuff that we don't need in our party sheet.
Probably a good idea. My recommendation for you is one person. Well, let me rephrase this. If you want something to keep from the party sheet, I would recommend moving it to your sheet. Otherwise, have one person move things that the party doesn't want to sell to their sheet and then move it back, because I'm just going to click it. Sell
Oh,
it
I
all.
see. Okay, hold on.
So I'd start with having the party sort out things that people want, take, and keep. Elixirs of health, things like that.
I could hold on to any potions and whatnot and hand them out if needed.
Yeah, I was about to suggest the same thing.
Hazel, are you taking the stuff that we want to keep?
Yeah.
Okay.
They already have an elixir of health, but all right. All right. I've got 2 potions. So
Or if we want to keep a spell book. What was the key ring for?
One of the places
Rostana's
we were
prison.
in.
Yeah, okay, we don't need that.
Yeah. The Sanguine Key, was that for the underground place?
It's a religious text.
It's a book, yeah.
It is a religious text
Yeah, so we
from
probably
the
want to keep
hegemony.
I don't see the small notebook listed on here anymore. The one that needs to be coded.
that. Oh, that was. Oh. Wasn't that Lomric's spellbook?
This was something else, I think.
No, I don't have it.
Did somebody already take it?
Yeah, because
Somebody
I was
had to
gonna
already take it.
try and decode that when we had next downtime activity again. I was gonna try and decode that.
What was it?
It was a small notebook that Tony said he was putting a note that said it needed decoding. I saw it was on the party sheet originally, but then it kind of got removed somehow. I don't think.
What was it? The small notebook?
Yeah,
Still there. It says a small notebook requires decoding.
I don't see it on
But
my side.
We don't see it, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I'll put it on somebody's sheet. I'll put it on Techno sheet.
There you
Great. Works for me. I was gonna decode that when we had some downtime anyway. So
Do you see it on your sheet, Techno?
yeah, it's on here.
Okay.
Does somebody want a bunch of. Actually, I'll take that hand crossbow. Oops.
Should we hold on to these keys? I don't know where we got them, but they could be useful. And I'm not talking about the key ring for Lomric's estate either.
Alright, I'll take it.
Alright.
Yeah.
You don't need them. You can delete those.
Got a lot of spurs there too.
At least we can try and sell those. They're
Oh, I
not.
thought somebody had a spur rifle.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
People could use those, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Techno's got a spur rifle, and who is the other one? Shoot.
Shoot.
Yeah. I have one, but I'm pretty sure I've got quite a bit of ammo. Let me see. Yeah, I've got 42 spurs right now.
I did have a spur rifle, but I got rid of it because of in favor of my repeating shot crossbow.
Yeah, and I have a pistol that the ammo's better, so we can get rid of those spurs. I don't.
Sell them.
Sounds good.
And then I guess just that key ring for Lomrick's estate. I don't know if we want to keep it or.
Oh, sorry. I thought there was another. Oh, there was another set of keys. Okay, I took that one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry. Good with everything else, I think. I got thieves' tools, so I don't need it.
Yeah, same.
Are we happy with selling everything else that's on that list then?
I'll
I
take
think so.
another thieves' tools just in case they break or something.
That's probably
Good
a good
idea.
point.
For her to stab another pair.
How many do you have right now?
I have 2. It's fine.
Yeah, I've got a second one myself. I've got one myself, so.
Yeah, me too.
So we've got 5. So we're all good.
Alright.
Perfect.
If Nelka didn't want the trident then before, she probably doesn't need it now. Or they.
And you can't sell magic items this way. So if somebody wants to grab that handy dandy trident just for a second.
And Lomric spellbook.
Oh, you want
That
to keep
too.
that? Okay.
Well, only because we can't sell it that way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes
If
sense.
you want to put the
The
spell
spurs
book
didn't
and the,
sell, Tony.
I'm going to work on that right now.
Okay. Put everything back.
And the spurs, nobody wants those, right?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess not.
All right. They are sold.
I think that's everything. That I took, at least.
Look
All
at
right.
that party gold. Hot dog.
So, dumb
Holy
question. What's the difference between lowercase g and uppercase? Is that like a regional?
It's a
No.
glitch.
No. Glitch implies it's an error on the program's part. It's not. It's an error on the people who coded this as part, and they're fucking twats, and they piss me off.
I was
Oh,
waiting for you to start mouthing off about them.
God, they piss me off. I actually reached out to the makers of this, and I said, hey, I would be happy to convert this for you like a competent person who has years of experience in converting this stuff. They were like,
No, thank you.
no, just silence. I got no reply.
Oh, wow, bastards.
bitches.
Rude.
So I didn't either. I got the wrong email, but I don't think I did. My contacts list is pretty reliable. But whatever. I am converting it. The ones that aren't converted, they didn't convert all 8. They converted 3. So everything after that, I'm personally converting, and those type of errors won't be there. But yeah, it infuriates me because all you have to do is match it, capital GP. It's all they had to do. But no, they lowercased it.
Because some
Twat.
lazy bum forgot to put caps lock on and didn't go in and fix it.
I don't even
Or
think
didn't
they.
hit shift.
I don't even think
Yeah.
that's it. I just think they didn't know what they were doing. I just, honest to God, think they didn't know what they were doing, and they had never done it before. So they're like, "Oh, look, there's no difference," but it is a difference.
And suddenly we've lost all sponsorship and now we're no longer allowed to use Fantasy Grounds.
Oh no.
I stand by my statement. And
But
if
I
you're
hear
listening to
great things
this,
about Roll20.
Well, you can kiss my ass, but that's a different issue. That is a different issue.
Sorry, I said that just to get him worked up.
I knew he did, and I saw the bait for what it was and happily took it. But get us back on track. Looks like the party sheet is pretty decently cleaned up there. Would you like me to distribute it?
I was actually just thinking of this. Should we have a party pot, essentially, where, like anything where it needs for us to stay the night somewhere, it's all covered by the party gold instead of coming out of each individual person's pocket?
Sure.
That'd be a bad
Especially
idea.
as I keep forgetting about it.
That's not a bad idea, especially because we've got 3,000 gold, plus God knows what else.
Not to tell you.
I say distribute it to everybody. Distribute this, and then we can all throw in like 10 gold pieces or something. Because like staying somewhere is stupid cheap.
Yeah, all right. That's not a bad idea.
I'll leave it up to you guys how you want to do it. I can create a party pot, or I can distribute it with the group. Totally up to you.
Split it up. Give me my money.
Does Nalka have to be on, or will it still give it to Nalka?
Splits it. Everybody in the party sheet, which is. Let me check here. Make
Give
sure
Hazel
everybody's-
money twice. Or, yeah, give.
The only person not on is our Thanos because the character changes. 7 people. It's going to Hazel, not Mars. You get nothing, Mars.
Ah.
Bitch.
You'll get nothing. You'll lose. Good
Hazel would just
taker.
got it anyways, so it's fine.
Oh no.
There you go.
Hot damn, I don't think I've ever seen that much gold.
Definitely. Last campaign, we definitely
Oh,
had.
yeah.
Roland had a crap ton, and he just sat on it for most of the campaign.
Yeah,
Nothing
he'd have
wrong
no
with
use
that.
for it.
Exactly. I had no reason to spend it. I just mostly handed it out to you guys. It was funny. Oh, you need help buying that? Sure. Good old
So how do
Roland
I
Bank.
how do I send a small group of money back into the party pot?
We just tell Tony.
Tell me how much you want to send, and then you manually delete it off your sheet.
I'm gonna put 10 gold pieces in the pot.
Got it?
Yeah. Me too.
Got it?
Sure, I'll take. Sure, why not?
I'll go ahead and I'll do a tenth of what I've got. So go ahead and put 73 in.
Looks like somebody tried to move it on their own and might have succeeded, but I am. All right, so let me just do this manually. How much did you put in, Hazel?
Done.
All right, and you said 73.
Yeah.
All right.
I figure I'll
There's
just go ahead and I'll do like 10% of my stuff.
Tithe to the party pot,
Yeah.
and there's 107 gold in there.
I gave 10 too.
I added that in there as well.
All right.
Hey Tony, can you move it down to the EP and like name it Party Pot or something? Party
Sure.
Pot gold pieces, so that it doesn't get confused with actual GP that we get. Since we're probably never going to use E EP.
I assure you we won't, and I have moved it down for you.
Okay,
It should say party pot gold pieces.
I see it.
All right, Pat.
Does that work for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, it works.
Alrighty. Everything's sorted out. I will apply a long rest because I heard somebody say they wanted to take a long rest.
Yep.
Ooh.
And if you have the ability to change your spells, now is your chance to change them. You need not pay for your food or rest this evening. It is covered.
Fuck yeah, thanks, Wooly.
Willie's a bro. I'm gonna miss him.
We did do him a solid.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have any requests on spells that I make sure that I have for the day tomorrow?
Traveling spells.
Anybody have Pass Without Trace? That might be nice.
I have.
I have Misty Step. That's pretty much it.
I have Pass Without Trace already
Let's see.
prepared, so.
All right, you guys let me know when you are ready to go.
Ready.
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 I'm not ready, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Fair. Alex, you good to go?
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure, indeed. So the party gets together and is working with the caravan. There are essentially 4 beasts. They're orange furred. They seem similar, maybe, to camels, maybe like a distant ancestor, definitely desert, beasts of burden for all intents and purposes. Um, they do provide food for you guys on the mission, and as well as the beasts of burden and the wagon drivers and its dried chag meat. And you are paid up front 1,000 gold because you're not really coming back, and he has already worked under the assumption that you would be reliable since you killed the creature for them. He reiterates you're delivering the shipment to Baron Jakob in the barony of Maribek.
Oh,
Case
did nobody buy any armor from them? From the Chagger?
no one bought any armor.
Missed opportunity.
Well, I thought we were gonna buy armor when we delivered it.
I mean, realistically, you can buy it here or there. These are the guys who make it. Depending on what
Fresh.
kind of armor you're looking for. They can make chag armor in most forms. They can make chag armor in splint mail forms, half plate, full plate, scale mail, and breastplate.
Nice. Let's see.
I can't wear armor.
I
Uh,
choose not to wear armor.
I can
What,
wear.
what is fair wear armor like this stuff? Because it's like natural armor.
Say again.
Like, the whole druid thing about not wearing metal armor, but this is not metal, right?
That is correct.
True.
I
Just
can
trying to
do
find
like
in my sheet where it says like what I can wear.
I think you're proficient in medium armor.
I believe so as well.
mediums.
Yeah, I can wear either light or medium armor. I can wear chain shirt, scammon, breastplate. Full plate armor is
Yeah, full plate's heavy, right?
yeah.
Yep.
But everything else is medium?
Scale mail and half plate.
Yeah.
And breastplate are all medium. What's your dexterity modifier?
My dex is +1. Like I have a 12.
Okay, so pretty much any of those armors would do, but depending on, you don't shapeshift, right? In terms of beasts often,
No, not really. It's just the star pattern.
which is still a humanoid shape.
Yeah.
Do you stealth a lot?
Not really. But I also have pass without trace, so.
Also a thing. Your big issue is going to be weight. So it might be worth it, especially since we're missing Mal, to get some things cleared up before we start moving today. So we haven't actually dealt too much with this in this group because you guys haven't found yourselves, I'm trying to think of the word, non-poverty stricken since you've been abducted. You guys were abducted with next to nothing, and you're getting to the point where you're actually making pretty decent money, gaining a number of things that could be useful to you. So you guys have a lot of things. So on your sheets on the inventory tab, at the very, very bottom, you have encumbrance.
Oh. I am encumbered.
Most of
Yep.
you will be.
I just noticed I was too.
So generally, what it is, encumbrance is a pretty straightforward system. We haven't used it, but the rule is often ignored, and we haven't really discussed it. But how it works is if you're encumbered, your speed drops. You're essentially the general rule that I use is if you're using encumbrance, if you are encumbered, your speed is cut in half as if every step is difficult terrain. That's not the official rule. That's generally what I do, but it isn't something that I generally enforce. Um, I think it reaches the point where it can get tedious, but also you can't carry a piano. It's the other part of it. So here is my suggestion for the group, so you guys don't have to worry too much about it. For the moment, or tonight, let's not worry about it. I'm going to do some research into the encumbrance because it is going to matter. I just don't know how. Let me look into it, do some research, see if there's a pretty easy balanced rule. But it's something you guys may want to try to be aware of, like when you're looking at everybody when you're carrying stuff. A lot of you, if everybody doesn't need to, example, carry a rope, or if you have just random loot. Also, it also increases the value of a bag of holding, for example. But for now, we're not gonna go too much later tonight, so we're not gonna go too deep into it. But what I would say is, Estrella, look at the armor. Let's look at the armor for you if you're the one, anybody.
Yeah.
And if you end up deciding, hey, the encumbrance bothers me, I don't want to wear that, or I want to, then we can redo it before we start our next game.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a look at some of the armor because it would boost my AC, which is pretty low right now.
So your armor class right now is
12.
12. So your best bet is going to be something like half plate, and that's going to be 40 pounds, and it's going to be expensive, but it's going to put your armor class at 16.
Okay.
And then anything you. It is worth noting that things like what is it called? Bark skin. Things that change your armor bonus don't stack with it. Now, mage armor will. Shield will. I don't think you're proficient in shields.
No.
I think druids
I
are.
did just. I also just got rid of the one that I had because I can have a wooden one technically, but I don't use them.
You are
What do
you
mean a
are
wooden
actually
one?
proficient in shields.
A wooden shield.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you were to hypothetically pick up the best armor, weight and disadvantage be damned, your armor class would be 18. That's half plate. It's more expensive than that 750 because of the jag, but natural armor is obviously more expensive. It's harder to make, but not monumentally so. The biggest limitation, as Eddie can testify with to druids, is you can't shapeshift with the armor. But if you're not shapeshifting, it's not a big deal. The alternative would be losing one armor class, go to breastplate, cut the weight in half, and lose
Yeah,
the disadvantage on stealth.
that was what I was thinking on doing, was getting a breastplate, because right now I'm using scale mail, but scale mail's got like 45 pounds and I get disadvantage on stealth.
I do have a breastplate, but and lose that 20 pounds and because I'm currently at 160 and my maximum is 180. So that
Yeah,
would put
I,
me at
I
my
wouldn't
at my cap.
I wouldn't stress about the encumbrance yet because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to look up some rules, look up some alternatives, some variant rules that are I don't even, and I'm going to read what the official rule is. But I will say, regardless of what we do with the encumbrance, party sheet is not a catch.
Okay.
You can sell stuff on the party sheet, but like we can put it on there. Um, but it may be worth the party's time as you come into money. Definitely not in this shithole town, but as you move into places that may have magic items, buying uh, a bag of holding that can, I think, hold 500 pounds. Just one bag of holding would be phenomenal for the party.
Because how much would be a half plate?
Weight wise, half plate's 40.
I mean, in gold.
Oh, I'd have to pull that up. It's probably going to be
Oh,
20% more, so it's going to be 750. 900 gold.
oh, okay. I can afford it.
Okay, so if it's 20% over the base price, then breastplate would probably be what, 480 then?
That sounds right. I haven't verified the math, but I'll trust your judgment.
I can afford that too still. Cash still. Because right now, with all the junk I've got on my inventory, my current weight is like 171 and my maximum's 120. But I blame that on my strength score at 8.
Oops.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because one of the great things about having a strength score is that a higher strength score means a higher weight limit and thus a higher encumbrance.
So the rule in the book is if you are carrying more than 5 times your strength score, which is on your sheets what is registered as maximum weight, uh, your speed drops by 10 feet. And if you get up to 10 times your strength score, you get in, your speed drops by 20 feet. That's not what we're doing, and there's other effects, but I'm going to go through and read everything. But armor is probably worth it for some of you. This place is this place doesn't have bags of holding for sale, unfortunately. But they do have pretty much any armor because they craft it here. That is basically one of their only exports.
All right. I do want the half plate.
Okay. Let me get you the half plate onto your sheet. That is not half plate.
If I can, while you do that, I'm going to see if I can, one, because I've already got the discount from the Chegg pieces. But I also want to see if I can trade them, like my current leather armor, the shield, and a random shovel that I have.
Nice.
Generally, they won't buy used equipment.
Damn it. Well, the
So they
shield's
won't
not
buy.
used. I don't know where it came from, but it's not used. Not by me, anyways.
It is used,
Fuck.
unfortunately.
Oh, so they won't buy my breastplate.
You
They
owned
will
it.
not.
It's used.
Once you take it off the shield lot, it's used.
It depreciates in value.
Immediately depreciates in value.
All right, I'll still buy the breastplate anyways. I'll be encumbered for a little bit, but it'll be fine.
Well, I do have a breastplate that I can give you once I
She
get
can't
my
wear
half
it.
plate.
Can't wear it.
Oh,
It's metal.
darn it.
She has to have it made.
Well, darn.
Indeed.
Now the breastplate you have, is that something I could wear?
I think so.
Because if
Yeah, it's medium.
yeah, because if I can wear that, I could just go ahead and accept that and just get rid of my scale mail. That way, I don't
Sure.
have to worry about buying a breastplate for my own, especially if the stuff they craft is no different functionally than what you've already got.
Hey, how do I give it to you?
Move it to the party sheet.
Oh, okay. Uh,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink.
there we go.
Oh,
And how much do I take off my gold for the
900.
half plate? Okay.
What about myself for the breastplate?
Let me get you that answer.
$2
Thank you, sir.
million dollars.
Oh, I am poor. I do not have.
480. He is correct.
There goes all my fucking money. I have
I
20
don't.
gold pieces left. Very nice.
I don't see the half plate in my inventory.
It'll be under Chag half plate.
Oh. Oh, it's
Specif-
already equipped.
I took care of that for you.
Thank you, sir.
My
yeah, mine was equipped
pleasure.
as soon as my new breastplate was equipped as soon as I dragged it on the machine. Oh,
Yay, 21 AC.
oh, there we go. Update. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
My pleasure. Shield wise, bear in mind that you can cast a spell with a shield. As long as you have a free hand. If you got a weapon in that hand and a shield in the other hand, like a quarterstaff hypothetically, you couldn't cast a spell without putting one down at least. All right. Does anybody else look? Is anybody else looking for some armor? Dead silence. All right.
If anybody does end up wanting the shield, just let me know. I just put it back on my sheet because it was mine.
Beautiful. All right. Well, on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and I don't want to start the journey and then stop shortly after. So let's go ahead and save that for next game. And it'll give me some time to look into the encumbrance. If you know anything about encumbrance rules that you like, you've seen from other games, send them to me. I'd be happy to hear them. I'm not saying we're going to use any specifically.
Back.
Welcome.
You stop dead in your tracks and can't move. Actually, don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I ever use them.
Yeah.
I only know about encumbrance from Skyrim.
Yeah, and then you can't move, or you move super slow.
Yeah. And you can't fast travel.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, depending on how heavy it is, you make noise, so you're not stealthy anymore too.
Yep.
Also, Tony, I have a question. There's like a campaign section where like the images and the investigator and all that kind of stuff is there. There's an encounters section. Is that something that we can add to as the party?
Yeah, what do you see in there right now?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Let's see.
There's no add button or anything like that in there.
No, that's what I was wondering.
I don't believe so. You should have the ability to access the new tabs. Investigator is one of them.
Yeah.
World Builder is another. I don't know if you can even see.
We can.
Yep.
And you should be able to actually open that and, for example,
Yeah.
click on Argosa.
Oh, that's cool.
I filled all that out. So, for example, if you click on Rise, it's right here, by the way, you should be able to read a little bit and go. I'm filling these out as we go.
That's cool.
I
Okey-dokey.
haven't, but I don't believe you can add to those to answer your direct question.
All right.
There we go. I think I got those straightened out. I meant to add rides as its own sub or a header at the top of the world builder. And with an asterisk, I can make it the top. That way you can reference from there. But I'm working on those. That's stuff I'm doing for you guys to follow if and when you feel like it. At the top where it says group, if you change to ride, you should be able to kind of selective out which ones those are. But you should be able to read them all if it makes you happy. There's actually an image of the world of Rise you guys should be able to access, can't you? At the bottom of the world builder Rise.
And no, does not let us click on it.
I don't No.
It's this one.
Eh.
Oh.
Ooh. That swirly bit is the portal that we came through, right?
That is indeed. All right, happy people. That's all I need. I'll get back to you on the encumbrance, and we will postpone the rest of this, starting out with the departure to the west, leaving
All right.
Fort Buckle next week.
Okie dokie then.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good
You guys have a
game,
good week.
y'all.
Hope the baby is babying as babies are wont to do.
Yeah.
I have had her in my arms this entire time since she was screaming, and she's finally asleep. My arm is killing me, and I'm scared to put her down.
Getting that mom strength.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god. I hope the strength part comes in because right now it's just soreness.
that's fair. That is very fair. Wait
Weak
till
little
they're
arms.
wait till they're 15 and they're like, carry me on your shoulders. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, no. I'm too short for that shit. She's gonna be tall just like Alex, and that's not gonna happen. She'll be carrying me on her shoulders.
Fair enough. I hope you guys have a fantastic week.
You do.
Talk to y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everybody.
Later, y'all.
Later.